Okay, so for this lesson, it's going to be a preamble to the lesson I have to kind of like brush you up, because as soon as you walk outside the classroom, everybody forgets things. They need to be uh, just kind of re-educated back into Maya. So file, new scene. All right, so make a box. Okay, see if you got that. Hit 6 on the keyboard, and just kind of practice rotating around it, scaling it, and panning it. Okay, voila. Okay, your brain's going back to normal, right? Remember, Alt is working for you in this behalf, so Alt on the keyboard. Okay, now we have that for us. We have the ability to rotate around it. But what if we want to move the box? Okay, the first thing I want to do is go over here to the channels. This is the channel box. And you can see I have translate, X, Y, Z, rotate, and scale. Okay, and they all have 0 numbers in it. Okay, I want to get you to have the feel of what's going on here as we move around. Another thing is, you'll notice my cube is green. Half the time I see students like this. Where am I at? I don't know where I'm at. Why is it not green? And they're clicking and dragging and yeah. So what happens is right click goes to object mode. Object mode equals green. Green equals good in the fact that you can move, scale, and rotate the object uniformly or non-uniformly. Okay, and we'll get into that here. But just know, right-clicking goes to object mode, then left-clicking highlights the object. Okay, get that down. Now, what I have is my move, scale, and rotate tools. Move, and I produce this. Okay, and you notice that I have 3 arrows. Now, if I rotate around the piece, I can see these 3 arrows, and they move in conjunction with that. And if I move the arrows by clicking on the arrow, you can move back and forth the piece, and up and down, and Z axis, which is forward and back. Now, you'll also know that these are colors. Pay close attention to these colors and learn them by heart. Green is up and down. X, or red, is left and right. And Z is forward and backwards, which is blue. You'll also notice that when I click on something, it turns yellow, which is uber confusing. The fact that it's turning yellow means it's active. Let's take, for example, I want to take this piece and move it off to the side and kind of throw it over here. Okay, now it's not in my view. And you can see that I have all these numbers that are whacking out over here on my right-hand side. So what I can do is click, drag with the left mouse button, let go, and type in 0. Voila, back to normal, right? Okay, so the same stands true for everything else. If I go to the scale tool, I have the same thing of tools. Only this time I can scale stuff non-uniformly, uniformly, which is in the middle. If I scale it uniformly, that means it scales it perfectly on all sides based on my previous scale. And I can scale it just in the different axes. And again, if I want to go back to normal, instead of 0 this time, I want to type in 1. Okay? And you're like, that doesn't look like the same cube I had before. Why not? Okay? Actually, it's a trick of thing because my video card's tripping out. So just kind of know that that was right. Just got to refresh it. And go back to 1. Okay. And again, rotate has the same gadget, but this time I have a yellow widget that goes around here, and this is based on camera angle. So I'm looking at it right now at this angle, and I can rotate it around that angle, or blue, or green, or red. Okay? And I can go back in here, type in 0, and voila, it pops back. Okay, in the next lesson, I'll teach you a little bit more about this.